Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Mindy McCulley. She's an extension specialist for instructional support for the University of Kentucky. Mindy, how does organization help build harmony in our lives?
Chrissy, our brains are wired to compartmentalize everything. And so if we have our lives and our space is organized, then we are going to give our brains a break, basically. And so children are the same. And so if we can do that for our children, if we can have their spaces organized, if we can have their time organized, then they are going to be a lot more calm. And I'm not saying that we have to do it for them. We can involve them in the process of being more organized. Now, obviously, babies are not going to be organizing their own time and space. But as children start to get a little bit older, as they move into toddlerhood and then on through early childhood, you can help them learn how to organize their time and space. And so you probably remember the cleanup songs, and they are just instrumental in helping children remember to put things away, put them in their place. And so it makes them more calm and makes them more comfortable where they are.
So, Mindy, how does soothing their senses help calm or keep kids from going off the rails?
That's right. Just give them the opportunity to smell something or to touch something that maybe is just a little bit unfamiliar. So maybe it's rubbing a really soft blanket, or maybe it's playing in the dirt a little bit, or rubbing or playing with some sand, or filling water around them, or tasting something new. Maybe sucking on a little bit of ice, or crunching ice might be something that gives them, something to just do that they haven't done before. Tasting a new flavor that they haven't tasted before sometimes will bring calm back to their life. Listening to soothing music or reading a story, reading a favorite story. I know that when children are young, you get tired of reading the same book over and over and over again, but children like that repetitiveness. And so they feel comfortable there, and that is what brings them comfort.
Now let's talk about our time. Why is it so important for parents or caregivers to have organized time for young children?
Just like we want our spaces to be organized, children like to know when things are going to happen. They like to know how things are going to happen, and they like to know where things are going to happen. And so that those boundaries help them to organize their brains. And so if we can organize our time, then life is not chaotic for them, and they don't have to wonder about, okay, what's happening next. And so that just brings a little bit of calm
Mhm.
um, and comfort to them as well.
And sometimes as adults, we feel the same way in our own lives. We like to have some predictability to know what's going to happen next. So finally, Mindy, before we wrap up, do you have any other tips on why establishing routines is so beneficial for families?
Yeah, so if we have established routines for meals, for sleep time, for playtime, then our children know, okay, we, always eat breakfast at 7 a.m., or we always eat dinner at 5 p.m. And they may not really know what the times on the clock are, but their bodies start to recognize those times. And so they know that bedtime is right after bath, or, we always go and play as soon as everybody gets home from work or school or daycare or whatever it is. And so they know that's when we go out to the park, or we go out to the backyard, or we do whatever it is that we do. And so those routines are important to children, once again, to help compartmentalize and to help them organize their lives. And they don't know that they're doing it, perhaps, but it does help to organize their lives.
Thanks for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show, and we'll see you next time.